There are traditional definitions of success, and he cited the Broadway. You have a play on Broadway, you are successful. It is unarguable. You get a rave review in the New York Times, no one can take that away from a playwright, no matter what the next 5 plays do. That is a definition of success. I just spoke with Alexandra Wu, who is a former playwright, who is in the Center Theatre Group's playwriting group. He is a writer-producer in television, and he hasn't had plays done for quite a while. And it doesn't bother him. He says the itch he needs to see his writing produced occurs on television. And yet he has another itch to write plays. He does them anyway. And though they are not produced, he said the act just of writing a play without a production is still for him satisfying. So I think, again, perhaps that's a way of hedging the question. I think people have to define success for themselves.
For me, initially, success was writing a play that would be seen by anyone but me in front of my laptop. And after doing that for some years and getting reviewed and learning my craft and deepening that, success for me became, how do I get my work seen by people who don't live in my city? Success as a playwright more recently has been, can I convince other people with resources to believe in what I have to say as a writer?
I do think that having a production to a level that you feel like is good is kind of the definition, that whatever that may be. 10 or 8 years ago, production of a certain level would have been success for me. Now I would look at that as maybe not as rewarding.
One of the great joys of my life was when I wrote a play called How We Got On that was accepted into the Humana New Festival of American Plays.
Plays and playwrights show up at these major festivals. I think their chances of a future life are very much enhanced.
The play premiered in 2012. In 2013, there will be 4 subsequent productions of How We Got On, in the East, in the West, in the South, and in the Midwest, which is huge.
Obviously, I'm hopeful for the future, but also, of course, inherently fearful of the future, as all people are. Because this is my first experience here, I can't really answer to what it's going to mean for my career. It's meant an elevated profile up until now, which is really exciting.
I was just speaking with a playwright who had a play done at Humana in 2010, who's in Los Angeles, and partly because of the Humana experience, she's having her play done at the Kirk Douglas Theatre in Culver City, which is a mid-sized theater that rarely does new plays.
Having a play in the Actors Theatre of Louisville in the Humana Festival just, took me to that next level in the sense of it got, other theaters across the country, theaters in cities I don't live in, to invest in what I do and my voice and my stories, to say, okay, we think this guy has something for real to say and we want to get behind it.
Being here is in and of itself like a success. And hopefully this will lead to other things. But at a certain point, you just become sort of in the world of theater and people know your work or are curious about your work and you get to have it done or talk about it. And that is, I have a chance. And that, I guess, is to me, is a success.